The WWC, what the world is watching.
Update. Season 5, Week 2. Let's get into it.
600 plus days of last word grinding, battle spawn, lessons learned, strategies mastered. When we talk, you level up. Welcome to the Warzone Wrecking Crew.
Welcome, everybody, to the WWC QB18 here, and we are walking you through a successful Week 2 of Season 5. So, not a ton of fighting here. A lot of the same is going to take place here. You will have the railroad open up in Week 2, where you'll plunder some other servers' trains for whiskey, and then you'll be able to sell those goods on the train to other servers for some crystal gold. Not highly exciting, to be honest with you, so far in Week 2. You'll also continue the game High Noon, which I actually have found to be a highlight of Season 2. Make sure you're completing all these stages. It's really fun. It's where the bullets are bouncing off the wall to kill the characters. And we're starting a new, I think, duel in a couple days. It's called Duel Stage, so we'll find out what that is. But you're getting a lot of the coffee beans from here. So you're going to want to make sure you're completing the 5 stages every single day. Okay. From a rewards perspective, I did want to touch on a couple things here that you should focus on now. And as you can see from some of the reward conditions that you need to meet. So in the one that we're in currently, you rank 4 through 10 in influence points. Be the first to capture the Golden Palace, which is the middle, I believe. Is that what it's called? Or maybe that's control the Golden Palace. I believe that's the what they're calling the middle of the map. Achieve number 1 in Crystal Gold Tycoon. So this is in bank investment ranking. So this is just investing in the banks, getting the most money back. You will be ranked on that as an alliance. And then also you will be ranked on plundering, which you can see we are very good at plundering. We are currently number 1 out of all alliances in plundering. And then also there's the train trade ranking where you will have. So you have to just complete a couple of these and then you're able to be in this one. This one is influence points, and then some of them are just like overall rankings of the crystal gold, which takes into account all the investing and all the plundering. What I will say early on is make sure you're investing the money in the banks so you can get those investments early on. I will start as we progress in the season. I will create a video for future Season 5 people that is just around the bank investment strategy, so you can curtail your season to that and be successful from the beginning. So that's really just a peek at some of the rewards and how they're going to be decided early on. I did want to come in and talk about the tactic cards. So we are in season week. I've been able to free up now all the cards. I no longer have any left. I've been able to uncover them all. And that's really thanks to the packs, being able to get the packs. And I'm almost finished the complete points here to get a Season 5 point. These cards are the main thing to make sure you have. There's not a whole lot of choice for resource cards, to be honest with you. Not a ton of strategy surrounding it. It's more just making sure you have them selected and killing your zombies, to clicking on this Y and maximizing your 20 out of 20 packs so you can get it. They make it very simple to do. Just make sure you're checking that and getting it every single day. Don't miss an opportunity to get a tactic pack. And right now you can see I maximized my zombie killer card because that's what we're mainly doing the first couple weeks is zombie killing, and my Purgator card. We'll be resetting some of these things as we move forward into the fighting stages, but it's worth it to just do this to get your beans first. to kill the zombies as fast as humanly possible, so you can lift up your factories and institutes. So before we get into the factories and institutes, I just want to bring you and give you in 2 weeks where I am currently. So on the Doom Elites, I'm at level 68. Could probably go a little bit higher, but to be honest with you, you're really a strategy around whether you should push or not push with these for the beans. And how I've been looking at it is, if you are close to a factory, so as you can see here for me, my next factory is 214,000 away. So if I'm not close to getting the next factory, then it's really not worth it to lose the troops pushing a couple levels for the Doom Elites. If you're only 50,000 away from pushing your next factory, then go ahead and try to get that last elite. It's worth it. But you really want to balance your troop loss to pushing the elites, because right now in week 2, you no longer really benefit from killing. You don't have to kill the guards anymore. You'll have the majority of them killed and your land already secured around halfway through here. The season. So right now we're just jumping around. We're no longer killing the guardians of the banks anymore. We're now organizing and making strategic pushes to try to plunder. So that is really the goal of the beginning of the middle of week 2 to the end of week 2. You're strategizing your plundering strategy around the banks. Okay. So that is an idea there. Oh, and the little zombies are worth getting, but again, they do get strong. They become three types of these zombies that are out there. You have the dancer zombies, you have the sheriff zombies, and there's going to be a third zombie that comes out as well when you do it. And this zombie here, the sheriff zombie, goes from the dancer one went to level 60, and the sheriff one goes from level 61 to 90. So then there'll be another one that goes from 90 to 120. These also have rewards, but again, balance your troop loss, because you will need your troops as it goes, and you don't want to waste your troops. You want to manage your troops through this, because you're also going to have a kill event, and you're going to in versus, and you're going to have some massive troop losses coming up. So you want to set yourself up for success for that. So let's talk about the building. So here I am, week 2. I've already maximized 2 of my coffee factories. They only go to level 30. I have 3 left at level 29. And as you can see, showed you this is 714,000 for the level 29 to 30. That's where you end up with. So you want to push these to level 30, because once you do, there's no longer a need to maximize. Then you're going to take those beans and you're going to use them for your protector field. That brings me to talk about the Caffeine Institute. I'm currently at level 44 at the end of week 2. And it starts to level out so far. The last 3 levels have been around 1.2 million. So I'm about to go to level 45, and that'll end my second week at level 45. What's next? Level 50 is the target, because that's going to allow us to work on the protector field. And again, for the protector field, you need level 50 Caffeine Institute. And then we're going to use our beans instead of for the factory. We're turned to use our beans for the protector field. Okay? So then once we push to level 50, then we need to push those cups. Again, our factories will be maximum at level 30, producing as many cups as humanly possible. Once we can then get the Caffeine Institute to level 60, then you can see these little buildings that go the tanker bar, the pilot bar, and the missileer bar, which I would take these as similar to your buildings, your tank building, your air building, and your missile building like we've had in previous seasons. So then I'm sure the cups will change from the Institute to the bars, and your beans will change from the factories to the protector fields. Protectors are very strong, and what I would recommend you from a strategic standpoint is try not to use your protectors for zombies and different things. If it's going to push you to another level, then maybe it's worth it to push here and there. But don't try to hold as many protectors as you can towards the end battles that you're going to be fighting. Strategically hold on to them. Okay. Lastly, I just want to talk about fighting. So we talked about in the first week, really the only way to fight is if people were hanging out in the mud, and that continues into week 2. But then it starts to open up a little bit where you can attack. So towards the beginning of week 2, maybe the middle of week 2, somewhere early in the week, we decided that although it was far away, it came up. The bank here was available to take. The game does not let you go past this border right now in week 2. You can only go to here. So you can see it's far off of where you need to go, right? So what we decided to do was have some fun and fight a long-term battle for this down here, which is 3 squares away, as you can see. And we fought and we were able to beat the team for this bank, which is fun to do because, again, you're looking for those fighters out there that are looking to fight. You're looking for ways to do it. So you can do some long-distance claiming and battling. If you want. I will say it does use some of your resource. You're a strong team. You can sit them in there. It's about a 6-minute march to go 3 squares. You can use RSS, whatever, but it does take a long time. And you know, some may want a diamond speed over there and reinforcing. So it has to work perfect for you. Then what I would say is you want to start looking towards now the end of week 2. Maybe, you know, I'll say like day 12, day 10, you want to start plotting out. If you can look at these banks, it'll show you how much money is in each bank. So you can see here, this team has 98,000 in their bank, right? So it's not really worth plundering them. They only have 98,000. So I would ignore that. I would be focusing on how do I plunder the most. This one has 234,000 invested in it. So if you could take this bank, your team can plunder 234,000. And then if you come over here and you look at this bank, they have 217,000, and so on and so forth. So you really want to plan out based on how many resources everybody has in the bank. That's where you want to head towards. We were just able to plunder territory that had 375,000 in the bank. So that's how you really want to strategically try to figure out who you're going to plunder to get the most out of the banks. That is your best strategy. And for all you fighting out there, that is going to be how you want to spend the rest of the second week. And then now coming up in the beginning of the third week here, it's going to allow us to start traveling into the other server lands. So I will obviously have more update in regards to how we fight and what we do when it comes into there. I would look for us. You can find your plundering rankings. It has the Crystal Gold Tycoon. We'll let you know your individual rankings, your vesting rankings, your team rankings, everything in here in regards to where you stand, so you know what your team needs to work on. Do you need to work on your bank investing? Do you need to work on plundering? We're going to focus on plundering. That's the fun of really the season. And what you want to do. Lastly, I would just say, I think there's some expectations that go into this season more because it's a long off season. You have 3 months that you were sitting there waiting for. So I think the expectation, everybody gets geared up that we want to fight. And this season seemed like it was going to offer a lot more fighting. I still don't want to judge the entire season 5 on the first couple weeks here, because I do think everybody was geared up, had a little bit unrealistic expectations coming in because of the long off season that we had. So I hear that some of the other servers won't have as long of an off season. Don't forget, we are in the earlier servers, so they were still developing the season when they roll it out to us. So I don't want to be a bear judge to say that this is like a bad season in any way. I think it's still too early to judge, and the fighting is just starting now at the end of season, at the end of week 2. What I will say is have realistic expectations coming into the season that the first couple weeks are very dry and it's a lot of zombie hunting and killing, similar to a lot of the other seasons. But even though this talks more about fighting, you will end up with a lot of the same zombie killing that you've done for the previous seasons. And then I will bring you much more of the fighting as we break down and get into that. Okay? That is all for our week 2 update for season 5. Any comments, please let me know. Any questions, I am here for you. Of that, QB18 out.